ever see a ghost eating some toast down by the bay, down by the bay. Okay. Back to my home. I dare not go. We are going to get started now. Okay. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm sorry the light isn't really that good, but we are here today to do our Halloween virtual paint party. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the image that we're going to be working on tonight. Okay, I'm going to give you guys this image. So this is the image. Hopefully you guys can see that really good. There we go. This is the image we're going to work on today. They are sugar skulls. You want to go ahead and go to the Instagram at Pursuit of Peace Painting to get the download, or you want to go to our Facebook page. And today I have my little De Los Muertos little mask. I'm not going to be wearing that throughout the paint party, but I just want to celebrate our Latina month. I think it ends on October 15th. So we want to celebrate our melting pot out here at California of our Hispanic Americans. Okay. And so we're going to be doing the sugar skulls, right? So I hope everybody has their supplies. I'm going to be playing happy Halloween music in the background just as we go on. For right now, we're going to just go ahead and just get into our supplies. So for today, I have my canvas. Like I said, we got this canvas at the 99-cent store. Okay. And it's a wrapped canvas. Okay. I have my cup filled with my water halfway up. You don't want to go all the way up just in case it spills over. I have my paintbrushes in there. Everything comes from the Dollar Tree. Not the cup, of course, but everything else comes from the Dollar Tree. Okay. I have many different sizes that comes in the pack from the Dollar Tree. We have small, medium, large, and other little detail brushes that we can use. Okay. This little silver brush came from there as well. I have my palette plate. Okay. I have my colors that we're going to be using for the palettes. I have my apron and I have my napkins. Okay. If you feel better using the easel, I'm sorry, my lighting is really, really bad right now. This is my first virtual party on YouTube, so bear with me. There'll be many more with the clarification being really good. Okay, tonight we're just going to go for it. Okay, so I'm going to go open up my apron. Okay, open up my apron and put it over my head. Okay, so I'm wearing clothes that I don't mind getting dirty, but just for this, I'm going to go ahead and put my apron on. Okay. All right. So we're going to go getting started. So get you guys' colors out, put them on your palette plate, whatever the colors that may be. I did post some colors on my Facebook and Instagram page. They're not all the colors that I would probably use, but I'm just giving you guys color as a color palette for the sugar skulls. The canvas is white, of course. And normally the sugar skulls are white or like an off white color. So if you have yellow and white, you can kind of mix those two up and make a little cream color or tan or whatever your liking is. Okay. So I'm going to mix up my yellow that I got from the Dollar Tree with a lot of white. Okay. And this color is called pumpkin. Okay. And it's acryliology from the 99-cent store. Okay. I'm also going to use my white. So we're going to get right into that. So the colors I posted on Facebook, those colors are white, excuse me, black, because black is for the inside of the skulls, the eyes, and the bridge of the nose. Um, 1 second. We're also going to use, if you have a dark green, or if you don't have a dark green, you can mix yellow with blue to make your green. And you can add a little bit of black to make it dark black, dark green, sorry. I'm going to add pink because I want to give it a festive color. White, of course, or the light cream color. You also want to add yellows and purples if you want, and anything you want extra, or if you decide to not go as we're going, um, then you can go ahead and do your own color palette. And also, I have my embellishments for the end here. Okay, my embellishments, everything is coming from the 99 cent store. Okay, all right. So my canvas is blank. I didn't pre-trace my canvas because I wanted to show you guys how easy it is to go ahead and do the sorry, something popped up on my screen. Okay, how easy it is to do it. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up my screen one more time on my trusty dusty. This is a very old um, iPad, but this is what it looks like. Okay, so we're gonna do uh, the base of the art, which we're gonna do the sugar skulls. Okay, and it kind of looks like um, a mushroom head. If you guys are familiar with the mushroom tops, it kind of looks like that. Okay, all right, all right. So that's the reference right there. Okay. So now, okay. So we're gonna stop. We're gonna go halfway, not even halfway, maybe 3 fingers down. So that's where I'm at. 3 fingers down on both sides. Okay. That's about right. I got my marker, but you guys feel comfortable with a pencil so you can kind of erase it. That's great as well. But I feel comfortable with this marker. It's a washable marker. Okay. All right. And I hope you guys grab your snacks and your beverages as well. Okay. I'm going to get my snacks and beverages. It's only so many things I can hold on my little desk. So, yeah. All right. So now that you have those notches, right? Next, we're going to go ahead and start making the mushroom tops. Okay. That are called the sugar skulls. Sorry, my lighting is really, really bad. Okay. All right. So I'm going to start where that first line I just made. I'm going to go like a half a circle, right? And when I get down, right there, I'm going to stop. Okay. Right. So we're going to do one more on the other side. I'm going to do that half a circle, get as close to the other one as I can, and stop. Okay. Now we're going to make the lower part of the skull, which is the mandible or the mouth. So we're going to go right at that point. We stopped that at the bottom. We're just going to make a little circle and just go up. And it's okay if it looks kind of like it's not the skull you want. You can always erase and try again. Okay. Then we're going to do the other side as well. Make that little half circle for the mandible. And that's the other one. See, so now I don't like my other one, so I'm going to go ahead and play with it a little bit. So now I'm going to drop down a little bit more. So I think I'm okay with that one. Okay. And all it is a mushroom top, half a mushroom top. Okay. So next, We're going to go in and make the eyes, okay? All right. Now the painting is coming at the end, but we want to make, if you guys did not do the um, the template, then you would start from this area. So now I'm going to make the eyes. It's only one eye in there, and it's like an oval shape. So I'm going to make an oval shape. Okay, oval shape. I'm going to do the other side. Oval shape. Okay. All right. Make that a little bit wider. I'm teaching you guys from an angle that I'm not normally teaching, so just bear with me. So those two oval shapes, okay? And so if you noticed on the template or the download, there's a man and a woman, okay? So the man, the skull for the man has like a sort of a mustache, and the woman does not have one, okay? So, but next we're gonna do the nose. The nose is basically an upside down heart. So we're gonna make one half of the upside down heart right here on the side of the canvas. Okay. And let's kind of line it up to the bottom of the eye. Okay. So at the bottom of the eye, I'm gonna kind of make a notch here. Okay. Come over to the end of your canvas, and we're just gonna think about making a heart. Okay. That's all we got to do is make that half of the upside down heart. Okay. We're going to go to the other side, and I'm going to go to the bottom of, that's what I'm going to line it up with. The bottom notch of the eye socket. I'm going to make that little notch there. And then I'm just going to go up and make that upside down heart. Okay. All right. Guys, stay with me. Okay. So for the man, right? Like I told you before, the man has this sort of little whiskey mustache. It's only one piece. Okay. Now you can do it with the paint, or you can just go ahead and make a little mark so you know where you're going to put your mustache once we paint it. Okay. So the mustache is kind of like, mm, it looks like a music note. I don't want to call it a treble clef, but it looks like a little music note. But it comes under the nose bridge, and it kind of goes down like this and swirls. Okay. It goes down at an angle and kind of swirls. Okay. His little fancy mustache. All right. Next, we're going to make the mouth for the woman because she has a fancy little mouth. I think it's like a half of a pout, but she has a smiley face for right now. Okay. And we're going to go right under the nose, right? And it's going to connect from here to there, okay? And you're going to make a line for the smile, a little smile, okay? And then I'm going to try to make that little pout that she has, because if you're thinking of a pout, you're thinking of like a heart-shaped pout, heart-shaped lips. So we're going to make that right side up hard, and we're going to just make that pout, okay? All right. Make that. Don't mind this line down here, guys. This line up here, guys. This is actually going to be my skull. Okay. All right. Now for the fancy mouth that the guy has. Okay. So it's the same thing. It's going to be half, and it's a smile. We're going to make go up and then kind of bend it like a little curve and go under. Okay. Let me do it one more time. So we're going to go Start right up under. Sorry. I'm actually doing the guys. Oh Lord, sorry guys. Um, Never mind that. I'm doing that was the woman's mouth. I'm sorry. We're gonna do the guy's mouth over here. I'm sorry about that. You're gonna go up and then kind of curve down. Okay, that's the guy's mouth. Next on the guy's mouth, if you've done the up and curve, we're gonna make just one line and let us know that's his teeth. Okay. And everything else is to your liking. So for the girl, which is over here, I'm gonna erase that with my paint. For the girl, her eyes have like a little flower shaped um, outlines around her eyes. So let me show you her eyes before I get to marking it. So let's see here. Okay. See now, these are her eyes. Okay. Her eyes have like a little flower detail around it. Okay. And then for him, he has like a flower centered in his forehead. And then everything else is kind of we're playing around with it. Okay. So for right now, we're gonna do her eyes, right? And her eyes is basically flowers around her eyes, like little flower leaves around her eyes. Okay, so we're just going to make upside down C's all around her eyes. Upside down C's. Okay, upside down C's. And then when we get to the other side, we're going to make right side C's. And it's all C's. Okay. All right. So we got hers, right? So now we're going to focus on, if you guys are there, we're going to focus on his flower in the dead center of his skull. Okay. All right. So his flower is, like I said, the dead center of his skull. Okay. And his skull, this skull over here. Okay. This is the guy. So we're going to make right above his nose. We're going to come in first with a half a circle. Okay. Half a circle on right above his nose. Okay. Next, on the half a circle that you have, we're going to make little C's around that half a circle that we just did. Okay. Little C's around that half a circle. Okay. And we're still working on her eyes as well. She got her eye. Okay. It doesn't matter about these little imperfections that I have in their eyes because eventually it'll get drawn out by the black. Okay. All right. So now that we make the little C's around his eyes, his first flower, we're going to make maybe little loops around the little C's to give it a bigger flower around the smaller flower. Okay. So I'm going to make my first loop, right? And then I'll make my second loop. Okay. And then my third loop. And then my fourth loop. And maybe a fifth. Okay. I'll make one more right here just in case. Okay. Now it's a bigger loop around the smaller flower. All right. Okay. Next, we are going to make the little dumbsit, I guess it's dumbest little looks around their skulls. And it's simply like little raindrops, okay? Nothing too fancy, it's just little raindrops. So right by well, I'll do her eye first. Right above her eye, she has a little dot, a little circle, right? I'm gonna make her circle. Got a little circle right there, right above her flowered eye. Then we're gonna reach over here to his eye, right above his eye socket. In the same kind of spot that her little round little circle is, we're gonna make his little round circle. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and make the raindrops. Okay, guys. So the raindrops are pretty easy. So let me just demonstrate before I write it on there. Raindrops is simply, you're going to go start from a line, loop it, and kind of curve. Okay, let me do it one more time before I do it on the canvas. So raindrops is going to go down, kind of loop, and curve, and close that tip. Okay. Nothing pretty fancy about raindrops. You can make it a little circle. You can make it kind of curvy. A simple raindrop, okay? That's what we're doing, okay? So the next thing we're gonna do is we kind of want the raindrop to eventually end up over here by this little circle dot, okay? So we're gonna go our first raindrop. Let's see the reference. Make sure you guys are checking your reference. I'm live, so I may make mistakes, and that's okay because this is abstract art, and it's uh, beauty in the eye of the beholder. Okay, I happen to like mine, so I'm gonna keep on going with it. All right. So we're gonna make 1, 2, 3, 4 raindrops for the Mister. Okay. So I'm gonna start by his flower on top of his head. I'm gonna make my small raindrop, and they're all going upside down, kind of, instead of right side up. So they're kind of going like this instead of like that. Okay. Then I'm gonna make another one. Same thing, my upside down, and make that one just a little bit bigger than the first one. Okay. I'm gonna make one more. It's gonna be bigger than that one. Okay, just slightly bigger. Then I'm gonna make my last one. It's gonna be closest to the dot. Okay. I'm gonna make my points a little bit pointier. All right. So that's where we're getting our raindrops close to our little dot. Okay. And that's for the guy. So for the woman or for the female skull, okay, we're going to start from that little dot and we're going to bring forward, it's about a medium raindrop. Okay. About a medium raindrop. Okay. And then right above her nose, she has some sort of like a dot, right? So, wait a minute. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. Had a visitor at the door. So going forward, we're working with the girl, the female skull, right? That's where we left off. So we were talking about that little dot That's right above her nose, right? Yep, I think we were looking at that little dot. So right above her nose, it's like a half of a dot. Okay, half of a dot. And from that dot, we're gonna make two loops on the outside and in the inside. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys the reference with the plate first. So these little loops are sticking out here at an angle. They're gonna curve and then curve again. Okay, but it's gonna be half, and then we're gonna make another loop in one part of that heart right there. Okay, so that's gonna be on her skull. Okay, all right. So we're gonna go right above that dot, right above that dot. We're gonna make those two loops and a loop inside, right? So I'm gonna go right above that dot and make one loop and then two, and then another loop inside that one. Okay, you guys can see that, right? Okay, and so then the bottom of her skull, we're gonna start on her little semi flowers, right? So I mess up on that, so don't mind that one. That was like a mess up, okay, a hiccup, virtually right there. So I'm just gonna disregard that little piece right there, and then at the bottom of her skull, she has little flowers, okay. So at the first very bottom right here, where the half meets the end of the canvas, we're gonna start there, okay. I'm gonna go start by making one petal, okay, then two, and then three. Okay. You can't really see it because that little hiccup is right there, but it's there. It's there. Then we're gonna go maybe a finger up, a finger space, and we're gonna create another side petal. Okay. We're gonna go start here and just make your four petals. Okay. Hope you guys can see this. It'll be much better next time. At this point, we're gonna take a quick little break, eat our snacks. I have my water and I have me some good old pretzels. And everything is coming from the Dollar Tree, guys. They have I'm sorry, not the Dollar Tree, the 99-cent store. Okay. My snacks included. So I'll take my little snack break. In the background, we have little spooky music going on in the background via YouTube. Okay. And it's live, I believe. It's for Friday the 13th. So it's really kid friendly. Um, so I hope you guys enjoy that as well. Okay. All right. So getting moving on. So for the man, okay, we're gonna come over here. Oh, I didn't do his line up here. Okay, his line. Okay. For the man, we're gonna make. Um, First, we're gonna start off of making a dot, that little circle dot right under his mouth. Okay, right there. That little circle dot right there. Right, and then right on the side of his mouth, it's gonna be a raindrop. Rain, rain, go away. Okay, right there. And then right under that small raindrop, it's going to be a medium sized raindrops, guys. Something a little bit bigger than the first one. Okay. And it looks as though the bottom of his chin right there, it may have been a part of a raindrop, but you can't see the tip of the raindrop. So we're going to go ahead and do that as well. So from the side of Okay. All right. Okay. So that is our template. So thank you. I appreciate it. How you doing, Miss Lady? Thank you for joining me. I appreciate that. So now we're going to go ahead and get our colors. I am so happy to do that because mine look like I don't know what I'm doing, but I honestly do know what I'm doing. So I'm going to get my colors. So I'm going to be right back, and then we're going to grab our snack, and then we're going to grab our other paintbrushes as well. Paintbrushes. Make sure you have something to cover your good clothes. If you have on some clothes that you don't mind getting paint on, that's great. Get your colors. Drop them on your dandy handy plate, or if you have a palette plate where you can put the individual colors on your palette plate, that's great as well. So grab your brushes, put them inside your water if you haven't already, and go ahead and grab the colors that you want your sugar skulls to be. Okay, I'm gonna pause this for a second while I get my supplies ready. I can only fit so many supplies on this table, guys. I do apologize. 1 second. Okay, we are back. Okay, so I have my colors. All right, I have my black. So I'm gonna pour a little bit of black on my palette plate. Okay. All right. And I'm gonna be with you guys today. I'm not gonna pull out my green because I'm gonna mix it with you guys, okay? So I'm gonna pull out my blue because blue and yellow makes your green, okay? Have my yellow, right? And I have my white. You can tell I've been squeezing this a lot. Look, oh my God. But it's really, really good. I love it. Got that from Hobby Lobby. But you can get it, everything from the 99-cent store. Okay. And I have my orange. All right. All right. My orange. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get my big brush. Well, actually, I'm sorry. I'm going to get my medium brush. My medium brush. Get my napkin. Right. Get the excess water off of there with my napkin so it won't drip on my canvas. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and do. So we want to kind of do the lighter colors first because as you go along, your water is going to get dirty really fast. So we kind of want to do the lighter colors first and then kind of work our way to the darker colors. Okay. So my background and your background does not have to be black. Okay. It can be any color you want. You don't have to think inside the box. Okay. This is your art. You're at home, so you can do any background you want. Okay, it does not have to be black. We want to just emphasize black for the eye sockets and the nose bridges. I mean, nose areas, because that gives the um, effect of that it's a skull and you're actually seeing through it. But if you're seeing through it and you see pink, or if you see red, or if you see yellow, whatever floats your boat. But normally those eye sockets in the nose and maybe the little mustache that the guy has, those details are usually black. But again, this is your art. You do what you feel you want. Sorry, my throat is a little dry, guys, tonight. All right. So I'm definitely going to start in with my green. Okay. So I'm going to mix and I'm going to show you what my palette plates looks like. So I have my primary colors except for red on here. I'm going to put red on there as well. So I have my white, my yellow, my orange, my blue, and my black. Okay. So I'm going to mix my blue with a little bit of my yellow to make me that green. Okay. Make that green color. All right. So now that I have green, the green to my liking, see my green right there? The green to my liking, I'm going to go ahead and start painting my first flower, okay? Outside of Mister's skull, okay? I'm going to call him Mister and call her Miss because they look like they've been together for a long time. All right. So with his flower, I'm going to go ahead and go inside. And if you feel like if you have a smaller brush and you don't feel comfortable, just go ahead and switch that brush out. So I feel comfortable with my smaller brush, so I'm going to use that one. This is my smaller brush. Okay. And everything came from the 99-cent store, right? My smaller brush. So I'm going to do the outside flower first, the outside petals first, okay? So I'm going to go right in there and do the outside petals. Kind of feel like I'm getting a dark type of situation over here, but right, that is my first petal, my first layer of petals, right? And this is where it looks kind of choppy with the first layer of paint, but once you do it one more time, it kind of cleans those little areas up and make everything look cohesive. For those who have OCD and want everything kind of perfect now, art is kind of uh, a killer of those OCD dreams. You have to be patient and wait for perfection, or the image of your perfection. It comes out maybe on the second layer. Okay. So that is the first layer of my petals, and that is the first actual the first layer, because right now it kind of looks choppy, kind of looks like um, I don't like it. Okay, just bear with it. It's going to get better. Okay. So if you're using that same green or using your same color that you use, we want to continue to use it. And if you're not, go ahead in between uh, colors. You're going to go ahead and dip your brush inside the water, wipe it off with your napkin, get the excess water off, and kind of clean it off a little bit. Okay. And by the way, if this is your first time, seeing me, my company is Pursuit of Peace Painting. We've been doing paint parties for 4 years now. We're based out of Antioch, California, and we do paint parties, mobile paint parties throughout the Bay Area. And oh, that's much better. We do them out the Bay Area and further out, we're in California, like I said. So furthest out, we probably go to Sacramento, and the other way we might go to Fresno or yeah, or Modesto. So that is our spiel. We've done paid parties for libraries, Saliandro libraries out here in California, their old and new library, AT&T. We've done parties for Go to One Credit Union in Sacramento, their actual hub center. We've done paid parties for a Children's Hospital, Oakland Children's Beniop Hospital, Oakland for a project. It's called the Empowerment Project. That was really great. We worked with patients that were HIV or HIV positive, women and transgender and it was transgender and cisgender women of color, working with them. We've also did other clients such as an engineering firm in Oakland. We've done a lot of great paint parties in the Bay Area. We've also did a latest black owned wine bar that's in Pittsburgh, and it's called Del Vino. Really, really great wine, really great atmosphere. Um, yeah, so if you're in Pittsburgh, California, check them out as well. Other than that, we've done a lot of private parties for individuals, and it's been pretty great. It's been a pretty good ride. Art is my love, and so it comes pretty easy for me. So a lot of my family members were all into art, so it's like second nature to us. Okay, just being creative. That's our little story. My company was ran by myself, my oldest son, who passed away unfortunately 2 years ago from epilepsy. So we carry our business on in his honor. And every Wednesday, we wear something purple because purple or lavender is the color of epilepsy awareness. And next month, actually, November, is Epilepsy Awareness Month. So every Wednesday, you're going to see a lot of people in my family or a lot of people that I know on social media actually paying homage to my son and wearing purple every Wednesday throughout the month of November. Here, we wear it all throughout the year, celebrating him every Wednesday. We wear our purple in his honor. We also are a company ran by my youngest son, Jalen, who is an honor roll student out here at Antioch High, who is this is his last year. He's a 12th grader now, and he is going into college and studying computer engineering. So yeah, we're really really good. We're really really good. We're a family owned company, and yeah, so yeah. Um, Thank you for everybody. I said it. I said the Delvino. Yep. Miss Tara, that was a great experience. We liked Delvino, but we wanted to do other things in community, get community notice out here in Antioch area because this is our hometown. So we kind of want to, uh, be you want to be known for where you are first before you branch out. So we're new in the community, and we wanted to get our roots in the Antioch community first before we kind of branch out there. Yeah, and so going forward, getting back to the image, that's a little bit about us. Um, like I said, we're a family owned company in the Bay Area, um, and we'll travel to you. We have different packages. We have payment plans. We also are a party rental company. So we do tables, chairs, canopies, tents, big board games like what is it called? Uh, Not tic tac toe, but Connect Four, Big Jenga. Um, we do laser tag for kids, paint splat ball for kids in the summertime. I know that's pretty messy. So parents usually don't do that. We also have projector and screens. So we are a one-stop shop if you're in the Bay Area and want to host a paint party. We can host up to 60 people. So yeah, we're really, really blessed to still be in business. We throughout the pandemic and now. So I've done my little green first layer of my green flower on the outside petals. So now I'm gonna go over one more time and kind of darken it and kind of fill in those spots that I feel like are really translucent or choppy. Let's just call it choppy. Okay. So now I have a layer that I'm really confident about where I don't see the white spaces of the end of the canvas. Okay. And guys, I do apologize because I cannot sign on to Facebook, but the next paint party we have, which is next Friday, we're going to be doing canvases, images, and honoring Breast Cancer Awareness Month because Breast Cancer Awareness Month is shared with Halloween and shared with Hispanic Heritage Month. So October is popping the most. Okay, so we want to celebrate those who've had cancer, um, battled it, won, or lost, guys. We also want to pay homage to the families that kept it together while the individual was going through their cancer recovery or people that lost loved ones due to breast cancer as well. So we have that October 20th, next Friday. So be on the lookout for after this. I'm going to post the image that we're going to be doing for breast cancer awareness. And you're going to love it. Oh my God, I love these. I actually have two images this time that you can choose from because I feel like not give taken away from Hispanic Heritage Month, but I feel like so many people have been uh, touched and lives changed from breast cancer. Um, and that's I'm gonna not be a Debbie Downer for that, but yeah, getting back to the canvas. Okay, so I did the second layer, so now it's looking like I don't see the white spots anymore. Okay, other than that, I'll go around it with the small brush with the black, but right now I'm okay. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and go through her. I'm going to go to Mrs. I'm going to go and do the petals around her eyes green. I like green, so that's the color I choose to look. I'm not going to follow the template. I'm going to do my own thing like everybody should. And I'm going to color her petals green. Okay. And if you didn't make enough of the color that you mixed up, now's the time to go ahead and mix some more paint up. For these colors, for this look, this green, I used yellow and blue. That makes green. Okay. You can add more green, I mean, more blue or more yellow of your liking to develop your own personal color or your own personal color selection of the green family. Excuse me, guys. Um, we're out here where my allergies are going haywire. Okay. So excuse me if I'm coughing, guys. So I'm gonna mix a little bit more. I'm kind of running out of my green. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Mm. All right. I'm going to finish up her petals around her eye socket. Yeah. Halloween blue, boo, 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 Halloween blue, boo, 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 Halloween. Trick or treat, boo, 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 trick or treat, boo, 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 trick or treat, boo, 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 trick or treat. And our website is kind of getting the uplift, guys. But feel free to go to our website if you would love to book a paint party. We've also done paint parties before via Zoom. Um, but we're going to kind of branch off from Zoom because Zoom legal terms have changed. And I'm not sure if you guys heard, but Zoom legal change turned to where they can use your face and whatever you have on Zoom without your permission and use it for their likeliness. So I didn't agree with those terms. So I'm not going to use Zoom for my paint parties. We're going to simply use YouTube and Facebook Live. That is my little flowers around her eye socket. Okay. Now I plan on using another color. I'm going to clean off my brush. Dab it on my napkin. Make sure it's really clean because I use like a dark color. So my water is already kind of getting look. So that green is already doing some type of color. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to use my yellow. Well, I'm think I'm going to use orange because I think you guys can see that a little bit better. Okay. I'm going to use orange. Okay. So I'm going to go to her little dot. This is hers. This is her dot. This is her dot. That little dot, the circle that we made right above her eye socket. I'm going to color that in. And like I said before, it's going to look really choppy. And you probably can see the outline still, but once it dries, you can take another plate if you have another plate, or you can kind of fan dry it with your hand to kind of move it along quicker. So while that's drying, I'm going to go ahead and go over here to the mister, and down here, one of his raindrops right by his mouth, I'm going to color that in, okay? Just one. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to go to the top while her dot is drying. I'm going to color his dot in at the top of his eye socket. That orange as well. Okay. And I'm going to look for one of the top of his raindrops right there by the top of his forehead where that flower is. I'm going to color one of those raindrops in orange as well. Okay. All right. So now that I have my colors, I'm going to wait till that dries because I didn't mix any other colors with that orange. So I can always come back to it and give myself a second coat once it dries, okay? And you know it's dry once you can no longer rub your finger over it and it doesn't smudge on your finger, okay? If it's wet, it's going to do that. But if it's dry, once you rub it, it's going to come off. It's not going to come off on your finger, okay? That's how we know it's wet and dry. So I'm going to attempt to make another color from my palette plate. I'm probably going to make like if you have a red and blue, you can make your purple. But if you have purple, you can make purple, okay? But I'm going to use probably a little bit of my orange and my blue to see what color I can make with that. And it's probably going to come out like a darker purple. I'm just going to use the colors I have, okay, guys? Well, actually, it made like a brown. I don't think I like that color. It definitely made a brown. Okay. So I'm not definitely going to use the color, okay? All right, let's go ahead and put you guys on pause for a second and get my red and purple, okay, guys? Okay, back. So that's what we have right now. So I'm going to go ahead and get my red in the same color. But this color is called Scarlet, coming from the 99-cent store. And this is violet. It's a purple. Okay. I'm going to use these two colors. And with the red, I'm going to mix a little bit of my white to make a pink. If you already have pink, you can use pink as well. That's what I'm going to use, okay? So I cleaned off my brush really good. Dab it on my napkin. Get the excess water off. And now I'm going to use my... And then if you're not using your brushes, guys, go ahead and always place them in the water so they won't dry up on you. And the paint won't get stuck on your brushes because the 99-cent store has great brushes, but sometimes, you know, it is what it is. It's 99-cent store. Their durability and their usability sometimes is not, it doesn't cut out. But it's worth it to try it for $1.25. Okay. So that's what I do. So I'm gonna mix my white and my red to make a little pink. Okay. Okay. Like a true pink. Okay. Now that I have my pink, I'm going to go ahead and go and make enough, guys, because you're going to come back to it. We're waiting for the orange to dry on some of the raindrops as well. So with my pink, I'm going to go ahead and color in. This is the woman. Mrs. Right here, her bottom of her flower on the side, not the bottom down there. I'm going to color her pink. I'm going to do pink. It's like a pastel pink, but it's okay. I like it. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to come over here to the top and I'm going to color that top of her raindrop. That one raindrop that we have at the top. I'm going to color that in. Okay. Right. Next, I'm going to come over to Mr. And I'm going to color in that bottom dot at the bottom of his chin. The little circle we colored, we marked down there. I'm going to color that in, okay? Next, I'm going to come to the top. and that little circle inside that first um, flower, I'm gonna just color that little part of the circle inside there. And not gonna get the flower because that flower is gonna be another color. Okay, circle inside that flower. Okay. Then I'm gonna go ahead and go to the top and just randomly select one of my raindrops and color that in pink. Okay. I'm gonna wait for that to dry as well. And then while they're drying, I'm gonna go ahead and clean my brush off again. Because now I'm gonna go into my purple. Because I might even, yeah, I'm gonna do my purple. So I'm gonna mix it with a little bit of white so it can be a little bit um, lighter. Lighter purple for you guys to see. Okay. So again, mixing those colors makes the water darker and darker. So if you guys want to take a little quick snack break and a water beverage break, you can. That way you can go ahead and pour your old water out and probably get you some fresh water if it's too dark. If you don't want to keep on going ahead, we can. But it's up to you. Okay. Excuse me. So I'm gonna mix my purple with a little bit of my white to make a lighter pink. I mean purple. Sorry. So I guess I'm going for like a lavender color. Yeah, a lavender color. Yep. So that's the lavender color, guys. I don't know if you guys can see it. So I'm going for the lavender color. All right. And I'm gonna do it's that bottom loop that we started at the bottom of his chin. I'm gonna color that in purple. Right. That bottom little part right there. I know mine looks ugly. It looks a mess, but it's okay. I still like my skull. So and then inside his flower, I think I'm gonna wait until that green is really dry. The green is dry, so you know it's dry. I rubbing my finger over it, nothing comes off, so it's really dry. So now I'm gonna go on that second layer of the flower. I'm gonna attempt to color in that second petals right there. You guys can see it. Let me try to get back a little bit. Maybe you guys can see it. My laptop, maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out the lighting. Okay. Right. Okay. So next, I'm going to use my same purple and go over here and that bottom flower that I didn't color in, I'm going to color that one in on the bottom of her chin, her skull chin. Okay. And we're going to wait till it dries. And while I'm waiting for it to dry, I'm going to go up here to her head. No, I think I'm going to wait. Yeah, to her above her nose. Remember that half a circle that we did? I'm going to do that half a circle. A little dot right there. Color that in, okay? All right. I know we said 7:30, guys, but it looked like it might go a little bit longer. If you guys are okay with that, because I couldn't log into my Facebook page. So additional 10 minutes. We're going to go over additional 10 minutes or maybe not. Okay. So just bear with me. All right. So now I'm going to do another color. I think I'm going to pick yellow. Okay, yellow, and I'm going to do the remainder of the flowers and raindrops. Okay, in Mr. and Mrs. Paintings. Okay, so I'm going to do his second raindrop right by his mouth. I'm going to go up here and do one of the raindrops on the top of his skull. And I think I have one more color I can do. I'm not sure what color I'm gonna do that first. I might kind of embellish it with another color or maybe even glitter. And everything is coming from the 99 cent store, guys. So I'm gonna go over here and continue doing her yellow flower. Then inside there, remember we did another loop. And I'm gonna make that color maybe like a orange color or black. I like black. Okay. So we mainly have everything we need colored in. Okay. So I'm just going ahead and do that last little raindrop above Mister's head. I think I'm gonna make it blue. So now I'm about to start doing blue. That one little raindrop. Okay. All right. And I'm playing this music because it's kid friendly, just in case your kids are joining you. Um, but for the breast cancer awareness paint party virtually, I'm gonna hype it up just a little bit, okay, guys? Just a little bit. You know, this is gonna be pretty much. I'm not saying that nobody's that's not an adult does not have breast cancer, but I'm gonna hype it up for the adults a little bit. Nothing explicit, but just a more up tempo. Okay. I like my little mask here. Thank you, Miss Lady. Yes. I can't really see. I need my glasses, but I love this mask. Everything came from the 99 cent store, y'all. You better get it while supplies last because towards Halloween, people start to snatch stuff up in these little I won't say cheap stores. They're like a one-stop shop stores, okay? Where you can get everything from food, cleaning supplies. They have some really good stuff there. They got pine sol. It might be in a little bottle, but you got it there, okay? They might have a little Dove soap, anything you need. I usually go there sometimes when I'm doing homeless drop offs during the wintertime. A lot of the homeless in this area and other areas don't have the supplies they need because people don't want to come out in the rain and stuff like that. So I usually pick up a lot of items from the 99 cent store, like socks, ponchos, um, little beverages that they can drink, and things to kind of keep them warm throughout the wintertime. So Dollar Tree is a one-stop shop as well. Okay. So now we're going to paint the skull. Okay. I was just using my small brush to get the details that I couldn't get in, right? And that you guys, and also, if that first layer of your raindrops and your flowers is okay with you, we can go on to the next step. If they're not, go ahead and add another layer, and you're gonna be good. Okay. So for right now, I'm gonna do my color of the skull. Okay, the entire skull. Because after that, we're gonna do the black. Okay. All right. So we might get out of here on time, guys. We might. Okay. So I'm gonna add for my skull to make that little creamy color, not too white, because like I said, our background is white, so I don't want to do white. So I'm gonna add yellow with my white to make it pop a little bit, and then I might even add a little bit of orange to give it like a tan color, right, to make it pop a little bit. So kind of just go in between the orange, a little bit of yellow, make it like a tan or a cream color. And to speed the process up with that, if you have brown, which I accidentally made brown on the side with my uh, blue and orange, then add a little bit of brown. Okay. And then mine is like a little creamy color. I'm doing a little bit darker, and we're using that big brush. I'm doing a little bit darker so you guys can see it on the canvas. Okay. All right. So this is the color of my liking. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with the big brush. Okay. This is my biggest brush. I'm gonna go under the eye socket. So I'm gonna color everything in there because I can still see my lines. So I'm gonna color everything. Everything that you think that you should not color. Just don't color in the things that are wet that you just painted. Okay. And if you cannot get in there with the big brush, switch it out to your medium brush or switch it out to your small brush. Okay. I can kind of get into those details with my big brush, so I'm okay with it. I'm gonna color the nose. And guys, if you plan to hang this up, and if you think it's really, really pretty or it's handsome, go ahead and get those sides, okay? The sides of the canvas to make it an even look, okay? Upside down, okay? Give it an even look. All right. So I'm doing my color. I'm gonna probably watch out for the teeth because I probably want the teeth to be white with a little bit of black outlining for the teeth. And I'm noticing now that the mess up I did is truly a mess up. I still see my little lines, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. I made a mistake in real live time. Okay. Right. So I'm gonna come up here. Right. So it's looking like a little cream color, right? I still see my mustache. I still see my nose, and I still see my eyes. Okay. Also, the marker I use because it's a washable marker. Bad idea, guys. Do not use a washable marker because it kind of rubs into the paint. So if you must use a marker or use a pencil or use a Sharpie or even a dry erase pen. I'm gonna switch out my brushes here so I can get in those little spaces I can't get in with my big brush. Switch it out to my small brush and get those little areas that I can't get into, like around that top of the dot, around the raindrops. Okay, around the raindrops. And I haven't did a virtual paint party in a while, guys, so bear with me. Last paint party I did was for virtually uh, was a wow. So bear with me, guys. It's gonna take me just this last time to get into the groove of things. So just bear with me, guys. Okay. So that is my one of my skulls, right? And I'm gonna come down here at the chin and get close as I can without ruining those things. And I'm learning that. Okay, one more layer does it. Okay. Learning that one more coat kind of blends out that mistake I made as well. Okay. Right? That's one of my skulls. So it looks even better. I like it now. I like it. Not that I didn't like it before, but yeah, I like it now. Much better. Okay. So I'm going to switch out my brush and do the misses. I'm gonna get my big brush and get all the spaces that I can get into with my big brush. Right? And like I said, I used the washable paint marker, one of my daughters. Maybe you shouldn't have did that. I know next time to use what I need to. Okay. All right. All right. So we're still doing her skull. All right. So now I'm going to go to the top of her, what you call it? Top of her skull. Right. And if you can't get into those spots, guys, switch out your brushes. Okay. I'm going to switch out my brush. Okay. Dab it on your napkin, guys. Get the excess water off. You don't want to drip it on your canvas. Okay. All right. Get into those spots that I can normally get into. Right. All right. Usually when I'm at live paint parties, I usually go into this little spiel about, hey, when is the last paint party you did? If this is your first and stuff like that. And it's kind of weird because you can't really go. You can, but since it's not an audience that really can get on here with me, it's kind of foreign. I'm usually not talking to customers in the chat, if that makes sense. But I do appreciate it. It's different, but I do appreciate it. So now that I did mine, it's kind of like a tan color, like a little tan or like a cream color. Okay. So now I get to go into my black. Okay. This is how my paint look right now. It's still like green, like a sage color. I'm going to go ahead and dip my brush inside my water. Go ahead and clean it off really, really good. Okay, really, really good. All right. And then if you guys want to take a snack break, you can. Snack and beverage break. I'll be right back. Down by the bay, where the pumpkins grow, back to my home, I dare not go, for if I do, my mommy will say, did you ever see a ghost eating some toast down by the bay, where the pumpkins grow? Back to my home, I dare not go, for if I do, my mommy will say, did you ever see a bat dancing with a rat down by the bay, Okay, we're back. So we're going to finish it up. I'm going to do those eye sockets and that nose. if you can still see your image, if you can still see your outline, okay? Right? So I'm gonna use that big brush to get those eye sockets, okay? And please be sure to make sure that you know that those outlines outside the eye socket is dry, okay? So it won't merge and make it like a muddy color, okay? And once again, I said that earlier, you don't necessarily have to use black if you don't want to, okay? You can use another color. It's kind of like a shadow over here or something. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Okay, that's better. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and color the Mrs. eye sockets in with my big brush. And then if you can't get a light close to the rim inside the eye socket, switch out your brush to that smaller brush, okay? Don't try to force it. Don't force it, okay? You can't get in there, don't even try. Just switch your brushes out. And see, I noticed that this is a 99-cent store brush. And this quality brush is not really good. It's okay, but I can see that because I left it out for a hot second, it's kind of hard to maneuver, okay? So I'm gonna switch my brushes out and get my medium brush, dab it in my black, and get those areas that I could not get with my big brush. Okay. And I think my medium brush feels a little bit uh, better. So I'm gonna keep using that one. Okay. So that's how that looks with the socket. Okay. I'm gonna do my other socket, and this is Mister. Okay. I'm just gonna go color inside that little circle, that oval, inside the eye socket. Okay. And for black, you don't necessarily have to do too many layers, but if you want to look kind of crisp and kind of shiny, if your acrylic paint is really, really good where it gives it like a little shine, then by all means do another layer. But I'm okay with this layer for mine. Okay. Next, I'm gonna go and grab my small detail brush. Okay. Next, we're gonna go ahead and if it's messy, it needs to be clean. Go ahead and dip it in your water and dab it on your napkin and get the excess water off. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and get that small brush, like I said, and dip it in my black or whatever color you choose. And I'm gonna do the nose. Okay. Now it's gonna look like something, right? Because at first, I know you guys weren't too sure what the heck you were coloring, but you know what? You have to go through the process. For my OCDers, for you, you have to go through the process, and then at the end, it's magic, right? Right. So I've done Mr. and Mrs. Noses, right? So now I'm going to Mr. I'm going to go ahead and do his mustache. Okay. Look at that. Oh my God, right? It's coming together. It's coming together. With that black and those outlines, it'll get you every time. Because you be so unsure what the image is going to look like. Because to you, it might look like, oh my God, like what the heck am I doing? But you know what? That outline and that black, it's going to bring it back every time, right? I usually in my classes, when I have face-to-face classes, oh my God, I love bringing everybody's canvas back to life by either giving them little embellishments or out doing their outline for them, because some people, they don't have a sturdy hand. you know, and they want it to look a certain way because they hanging it up, right? And if you pay for an image and you had fun, you enjoyed yourself, you had a, you know, you partaked in the drinks and beverages, um, you still want a work of art that you can be proud of, right? So at the end of my paint parties, I usually clean them up a little bit so they can be proud of it. Now, it's 90% their work, 10% me. So they're not cheating. To me, it's a win-win. Okay, they're going home happy, and you know they have art that they can hang up in their wall. Okay, all right. So now I'm going for Mister's mouth. I'm following those lines, right? And then I'm going to go ahead and make that one tooth. Look at that! Look at that! Ah! I'm so proud of my skulls, right? I hope you guys are too. Oh my God, I'm proud of these skulls right now. So now I'm gonna do misses. Remember we did that smile, and inside she had that little pout or the half of heart. See, there go misses. Okay, she had that smile and that half a heart. Okay, the misses, right? So now, if you can, if you want to, you can go ahead and do your outline of your skull in the color of your liking. Me, I'm going to choose to do black to make it pop a little bit on screen, right? I'm using my small brush still, that detail brush, right? Using my detailed small brush, guys, right? I'm going to do Mrs. That detailed small brush. And like I said, 99-cent store has some great brushes. This time I didn't catch the good fiber brushes. These are kind of plastic, made for kids, and that's fine for tonight. But they usually have some really good brushes, guys, with really good bristles. So if you can catch those, get them. Get a couple packs. Okay. So that's her. Let me make her a little bit better. We'll make him a little better. Okay. Now I'm gonna attempt to do the outlines of the details of their flowers and um, their flowers and their raindrops. Okay. So I'm gonna use black again. Use that small brush I have, a little bitty small detail brush. Okay. So I'm gonna go around each petal and each flower to kind of give it a little bit of detail. Okay. And watch out, I just got a little bit of pink on there and yellow because guess what? My paint wasn't dry. So I want to go ahead and clean it off again so it won't merge again in my next images. Go around that one. And I'm doing it pretty fast, guys, because I'm always doing these, so I'm kind of pretty comfortable. But guess what? You guys don't have to do it. This is like adding those little finishing details that I like to kind of make everything pop. Okay. And I'm going to do the flower. Because I want you guys to see everything on here, okay? This is simply for you guys. All right. Right. So now I'm going to go over to Mrs. and do her outline of her flower. Right. Flower right there. And then the outline of her flower around her eye. To make everything pop on the screen. or to make everything pop when you hang up. When you hang it up, if you decide to. As mothers, we always love our kids' art. We always hang it up. We always want to encourage them to make art, and it doesn't matter how it looks, because beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And as mothers, we think everything they do is good. They're so cute, and so that is it, guys. Let me finish up because I have a little OCD moment where I want to make that skull a little perfect on the outside. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead in here, even though I told you guys don't. I'm gonna do it anyway. Add another layer of this black inside the eye because I can and I will. All right, a little bit more black to pop it out a little bit more. And since I did my skull, my sugar skull, a darker color than the white, I'm gonna leave my background as is. Okay. So there we have it, guys. Our sugar skulls. Okay. It is 7:40. I want to thank you guys for coming on, joining us for our first virtual YouTube paint party. And I appreciate you guys. And remember, next week, October 20th, we're going to have our breast cancer awareness virtual paint party. Okay. So I hope you guys log on. Hope to see you guys there. And we love, I want to call you by your Instagram name because I don't want to get your name right. Is it Shania? Okay, maybe you didn't hear me. But I want to thank you for coming on as well. I appreciate you. You are amazing. So loyal, and I appreciate that. Um, so yeah, this is it, guys. We're signing off, and we appreciate it. Thank you, guys. See you guys next Friday, the 20th. Bye.